I'm coming up the staircase. You saw the stairs from the down below. Now we're walking up. Oak rail system, oak stairs. A lot of people like that. They wear very well. As I walk up, I'm going to turn to the right. I'm going to look at the first bedroom here, which is a nice sized bedroom, as you can see. And if you come around here, we've got all hardwood floors. We actually put a nice staircase to the top floor. And if you look up there real quick, this is inverse a pull down staircase. So a lot of nice storage up there that you can see from below here. Let me shut that light off. So overall, a lot of times people like the doors for closets. They like swing doors. You can go with a bifold door, or you can go with a sliding door. But you can open these up fully to get in access to your door, to your clothes. So we call those swing doors. All the doors are made out of masonite. It's a very good product to paint. They don't warp, they don't chip as much as, say, a wood door. This is a 6-panel. You can get them in 2 panels, different hardware selections you can go with. As we walk through here, we're going to look to the right, and as you come in here, you can see the hallway bathroom. This is a full bathroom. It actually has 2 vanities on either side. We've got nice blue granite on this side and here. And this is nice. They're going to put a little bench in between here. Nice double hung window here we can open up if we want to. In fact, let me show you how these double hung windows work. They slide up, obviously. The screen would be here. But let's say you wanted to clean these windows very easily. Clean them. You can pull this top sash down and see if that works. And we can do that as well. So it's a nice feature here. These windows work very well. Nice and tight. Energy Star rated window. Behind me, if you can get around here, you can see a 1-piece shower tub combination. This is nice. It's all very clean. A lot of people like tile showers today, but this seems to work out very well. Maintenance, very low maintenance on this. We got a ceramic tile floor they went with, and all the switches, as I'm hitting switches here, these are all rocker switches. They call them decor switches. Flip of a switch like that instead of a toggle switch. And that's the nice thing about building a custom home. You can get what you want and ask what you want. Obviously, things price out differently. As we walk down through here, you can just pan in. There's another bedroom over here on the left. As you can see, it's a nice sized bedroom, all hardwood floors. Baseboard, 7-inch, 3.5-inch casing around all the windows and doors. Let's go back through here. They went with the fans in all the bedrooms, which is great. Right here, if you're just poking here, this is a nice laundry room. So people here, they've got their washer and dryer. We're going to set up a sink. We're not done with it yet, the home, but we're going to put a sink in here, like a slop sink. We're going to put some shelving in here for them. And this is a nice laundry room. We can shut the door at nighttime if we're doing wash so we don't hear the noise as much. As we walk down here, we're walking into the master bedroom, and as we come into the master bedroom, it's a little bit bigger size than the other 2 bedrooms, as you can see. We got some nice light coming in during the daytime. We've got 2 walk-in closets. We've got this one here. This is the smaller of the 2. It's got a light up above here. It's got some racks that we put in. And then over here to your right, we've got another walk-in closet, as you can see, with a big fluorescent light. A lot of light in the closet there to pick out the clothes and shoes and so forth you want to wear. As you come down here, we're going to walk into the master bathroom. And in today's world, a lot of people are just going with a shower. And this is a 5-foot shower. If they want to take a bath, they can go in the other bathroom. But this is all 1 piece, just like the other one. But it's a shower, so you just got a little lip to get up over it. Behind me here, we've got the toilet down here. They went with another nice tile, ceramic tile. They went with some granite countertops on top here. Double bowl. They're going to put some mirrors up here eventually. And this will be completely done. People have time to pick some of this stuff out as we're building the house, and sometimes at the end they wait to figure out exactly what they want to do. One other room I want to show you is we call this the bonus room. Now this bonus room, we developed this room here as we were building the house. The homeowner thought, you know what, he's got grandkids. He thought this would be a great place for them to hang out at nighttime, during the daytime. So we've got this nice open room. be a rec room, it can be an office, but he's going to use it for the kids area. They'll be here, and I'm sure they'll have a lot of good things to do up here with TVs and games and so forth. All hardwood floors. We've got the sloped ceilings because this is the part of the garage here, and then behind you we've got the dormers. We call these doghouse dormers. From the outside, they kind of look like a doghouse, and we put two of these in, one here and then one down over here. So that gives it some nice detail in the lines as far as the ceiling looks and the walls and so forth. So that's pretty much through the house. What I want to do now is take you down into the basement area and show you some of the mechanical work that was done on this house. So let's take a look downstairs. All right, let's go to the basement. Right now we're going to walk down. We've got a staircase that goes down into the basement. Remember I told you about this being in a FEMA area. We only made these basement walls only 7 feet tall, so they're usually about 8 feet. These are 7-foot walls. Now as we walk down here, you're going to see this beautiful pine box stair system the homeowners got. So when we walk down, it's almost like a finished part of the room coming down. So come on down here. Right now what you're seeing is you can see that there's some wood up against the walls. These are actually window panels. Because of hurricane conditions and so forth, the towns are requiring that for new construction we put what we call hurricane panels in the basement. They're cut up, it's just plywood or sheathing. This is actually OSB. Usually our houses are all built with plywood, but when it comes to this type of work, we're just going to use the OSB material. Cut it up so if there is a storm coming, a category 4, 3, or 5, we've got these panels if they want to put them up on the outside of their windows prior to a storm. This is all under the new codes for hurricane structure and so forth. As you look down here, you can see the basement. It's about a 1,200 square foot basement. We try to, mechanically, we want to get everything up nice and tight. As you can see, our plumbing pipes, which are here, this is actually a vacuum pipe for the central vacuum system. We don't like to cut through our floor joists if we can help that. We're going to have some ductwork that's always going to be tucked up in between floor joists, but in some cases it's got to drop down to get to another spot, which you see there. On this side, as you come over here, you can see the warm air furnace that we've got. Now warm air furnaces will give you air conditioning and warm air. Depending on what you want, you've got hydro air heating system, geothermal heating systems. This particular case here, we went with a 3-zone warm air system. So it's actually got 3 zones. One's going to the bonus room over the garage, one's going to the 2nd floor, and one's going to the 1st floor. That yellow pipe that you see right there is gas. It's actually energized with gas. That's the fuel that we're using. A lot of times people like oil. We're finding today the gas systems are really nice, very clean and efficient versus say an oil system. Right here, this piping right here is coming from the outside. This is the Freon that would shoot back in for air conditioning in the summertime. But this air handler here pushes the air through the house. To the left side here, we've got an electric hot water tank, as you can see over there on the left, and we've got the sewer line going out to the street. Today, again, you can go with that gas hot water, electric hot water, many different types of sources for domestic hot water. As we pan back down through here, I'd like to show you this mechanical area. This mechanical area, I don't know if you can really see it as well as I can, but it's very nice and neat. We've got the wires up top here coming into the panel box. Above here, this is a 200 amp service. We've got the central vacuum system to the right of it, and to the right of that we've got what we call a communication box. This is where the phone and cable networking goes. So it's nice and clean, as you can see here. Very important to see things like that when you're looking at new construction. That's one of the reasons people want to build new, because they want everything nice and neat. Now I did talk to you about, let's just look over here. This is a sump pump area. This is what we call it. This is a pit for the drainage, because we're up high. Even though we're up high, we want to make sure there's no way I can take the footing drains to daylight. But I bring the footing drains over to this hole here. And now this hole right here, I will put a sump pump in here, and I will have it down there in case water ever comes up. It's going to hit the sump and it's going to spit outside. This is very important to have. One of the problems with these, though, is if we have a hurricane or some conditions where your lights go out and you have no power for these sump pumps, that's why we always talk about a generator backup system for our houses. And a lot of people do that. They put what we call a Gen-Trans system in, which you can plug into a generator, and it will run the sump pump, it'll run the heat, run some of the major appliances that you're going to need for a day or so. So this is what that looks like. Above it or next to it is where the water comes in. This is the meter here for the water. And behind me, as you can see, we only went up about, I think we went about 7 foot 1 inch to the top of this concrete. We've got a sill plate on top of that, so it's up a little bit higher than 7 feet. Usually, like I said, we go 8, but again, if we went up to 8 feet in this land, we'd be up even that much higher off the ground, and we wanted to make sure aesthetically it looked proper from the road. And so that's it for right now. I'm going to show you some land in a little bit that has ledge, and we're going to talk about that as well, how we got around the ledge on this other particular property. Okay, right now we're on a piece of flat property, just like the house I showed you that was up elevated. This house will be elevated as well. We've got a bulldozer in here. It's going to strip the topsoil back. We're going to bring in some crushed stone, and we're going to put some footings on top of that, some concrete footings. We'll hopefully do that tomorrow, depending on the weather. Once we put the footings down, we're going to put the walls up. Concrete walls are going to go up. We're only going to go up 7 feet because we're really flat here, and we want to keep the foundations up out of the ground so we don't have any water problems down the line. So what we've got to do is we've got to strip all this topsoil off, because around the foundation we're going to bring in some fill. And we're going to fill around the foundation and grade it off naturally, and then we'll take the topsoil and spread back on top of that. So we're basically stripping this off so we've got our building area. We're not really going to be digging down, maybe a little bit deeper here, and we're going to then bring the crushed stone down and put that down, then put the footings down. So that's what we're doing here. At the end of the day, if you look back over here, you can see a house that we did where we put it in the ground only a couple feet, and then we grade it back down with the fill and then some topsoil over that, and it's got a beautiful lawn. So that's what it's going to look like at the end of the day. Very important, as I said, elevation of homes, making sure the water runs away. Okay, right now I'm standing in the hole. We've only gone down a couple feet. We're going to stake out the property as far as the foundation is concerned and dig down another couple feet, bring in some crushed stone, so at the end of the day we've only gone in the ground about 3 feet. Got to pay attention to the water table. When we build this house, we don't want to have it inside or in the water table. We'll put some footing drains on the inside of the house. We can't put footing drains to daylight, and when this piece of land being so flat, we've got to pick it up out of the ground. Now we've got the topsoil back there. I'm going to bring in some general fills to grade the property to the property lines. Then the topsoil will come on top of that. So at this point, next week you'll be seeing some concrete, some footings go in the ground, and then we'll start framing. So I'd like to thank you for seeing me today. My name's Dave Reagan. See you at the next show. I Want a New House.